Hey, what's up, everybody? This your boy Bruiser coming to you from 526 Fitness, and today we're gonna talk about age and fitness. I hear a lot of people talk about, once you reach a certain age, you stop doing certain things. It's like you give the the number so much power. Um, Lord's will, I'll be 48, May 26th this year. And after doing like doing my time in the military, like PT every day. That's what we did. So, and once I retired, like for me, I never stopped um, doing the things that I was doing. And so, with that being said, it's sort of like investing so much time and stuff in like an automobile, and you wonder like how certain automobiles, the antiques, the classics, how they're able to run like 35 and 40 years with look like with little minor adjustments, nothing major. And I look at the body the same way. If you take care of it, uh, if you do your own tone up the fluids, you cut out the sweets, replace it with water, you put all that juice, the sugar, you replace it with healthier stuff like fruits, vegetables, protein. You just make a lot of sacrifices. You just keep doing the same thing. And so, like me, I still feel like I'm 18, 19 because I'm able to still do the same things that I used to do. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you like in the past that I look like this. I post pictures. I think the heaviest, this was probably back in 2009, 10 when I was in Guantanamo Bay, just over there doing whatever I'm talking about, drinking and eating. Because in my mind, I'm just like, and one thing I noticed the weight coming on, right? I noticed, but you couldn't tell me shit. You couldn't tell me that Bruiser wasn't still fucking fine. I'm like, bro, I'm 265. I'm Bruiser. So and what happened was, I took leave to go see my son back in Fort Lewis. I think it was probably just Fort Lewis or Joint, McCall, whatever it's called now. And I remember him saying, "Dad, you fat." And for the first time in my life, that was the only thing that truly ever, I'm talking about fucking destroyed me. And from that day on, like I made it my mission. Like I said, that was in December 2009, like going into January 10. I was landing back in Guantanamo, right? And I remember getting back, I went to Lieutenant Miller and my partner left, Derek Lex, 305. My son called me fat. I need to get this shit up off me. And the first thing they said was, motherfucking walk. We ain't wasting time with you. If you gonna do this shit, we gonna fucking do it. And already the hate that was coming, they would come back and tell me before we even get started. They was like, bro, you y'all gonna waste y'all time and walk. That dude ain't serious. He ain't about to do none of this bullshit. And from that day on, that's when it started. But it was more so like just to lose the weight. So in like those 6 months, from that January to June, before I left Guantanamo Bay, I went from like 265 to like 200. So I had like a natural, like running body then. And so when I got to El Paso in 2011, hot as hell, around June, I didn't process the August because I was still on permissive TDY. But and that's all we did was just like run. So at that time, I would say probably around like that 2011, that's when I started to like just become more serious. I was real cautious of what I did because I understood like what it took to keep my body at a certain weight, and plus Texas being all hot, so it naturally kept me like slim between like 185. So I would say between like 2011 and into 2022, I stayed at about 180. Like I said, I had a runner's body. Like it was just abs. And then, so my best friend, JT Money came down, Jerry Truss. And so that time, like, cause we used to like sort of like work out in Iraq, but it wasn't like serious. But so now I'm serious with it. And he just came down and so like from 2022, I just hit the gym running. Like I literally just hit the gym running. I signed that contract with myself. I'm like, hey, we gonna keep this thing going. So for everybody that's out there listening, and I want you to subscribe because I ain't posted in a while, and I'm gonna tell you why I ain't posted in a while too. So, and the only reason why I ain't posting is because I went to LA Fitness, and I usually like doing T-bar rows and stuff, but they had the T-bar row where you could get on and stand up a little bit higher. And I'm used to just the other ones where you kind of just like lay on the supported one. So I felt almost like a little small pinch in my back. So that was like last week. Everything is fine now. I got my medicine from the VA, so we should. So today should be a probably all chest workout, depending on how I feel. Might be uh might throw some tries and shoulders in there too. So but yeah, so but to get back to working out to all the individuals that's watching, right? So we have to stop allowing other people secure. I mean, they insecurities and fears and all that stuff to stop telling you what you can't do. Because here's one thing that I do know: for someone that used to make excuses their entire life and struggle to accept accountability, to struggle when I knew it was me, but now that during those years where I've learned to look at certain things and to realize what areas that I can improve on, regardless of what the age is. So for everybody that's out there, like I'm gonna show you what it's like to really believe in yourself and put yourself first. Like I'm gonna show you that hey, if you get up and you put the work in, the results gonna show. Because you don't have to worry about the result showing like right away. But I promise you, if you put the work in, the results will show. And then now let's talk about like time. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't have the time." Yeah, I kind of like disagree with that because here's what I say, right? Because if you truly wanted it, if you truly wanted to make the change, you'll be able to like sacrifice certain things. So like I don't know what everybody time is, but you should be able to look at your life and say, okay, this is the time where I normally do this. This is the time where I have to catch this episode of this is 7 or 8, or I want to do this. Okay, well you don't have to do that. So that hour you normally uh, giving it to your favorite actor or actress, then don't you take that same hour and give it to yourself. If you got to start off walking in your neighborhood for that hour, the point I'm trying to make is that I'm sure that you can look at your life and figure out like where you could borrow some time from something else and just put it into your column of doing something that you want to do. And what you're gonna find out is that after a while, you're gonna realize that hey, now it's starting to become like a routine. And then like once you get into that, and if you're serious, then now it sort of like becomes like your lifestyle. So this my fitness journey really started the day that my son called me fat, and that was at the end of 2010. So that's been over what, like 14 years ago, and 14 years later, I'm still at it. Like I'm literally still doing the same thing. So that's my message to from everybody that's out there that's looking to get in shape. Don't let the age define you. All right, don't, because there's a lot of people that's out there that's in shape way better than me. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be the first to let you know that I still get inspired from cats that I see in the gym, right? Before I go, I'm gonna tell you a story. There's this cat in the gym. I thought he was like 30 some, maybe like 40 some when I first met him, right? We got to talking one day. Man, this cat like 60 some years old. And if you look at him, he looked just like my partner JT Money. I'm talking about this cat is still getting it. At 60 some, you can't even tell the difference. And we had such an amazing talk. We worked out together before he even gave me some tips. And I'm like, that's such a, it's such a blessing to see somebody out there that age at 60 something moving around, like I say, because don't give power to that number. So just think about what I said, uh, and we're gonna get this thing rolling like today, this chess, and we're gonna do this thing together. Because from me to you, let's go ahead and get better. Because remember, each day, at any day, you could be a winner.